Last year, I was doing what most people do with money, hoping it would sort itself out. I had a spreadsheet I never opened, a savings account earning almost nothing, an old 401k I hadn't touched in 2 years, and a student loan I was making minimum payments on, while secretly praying it would disappear. Then I tried something that felt almost embarrassing to admit. I handed my entire financial life to an AI. Not for advice, for management. Every single money decision for 30 straight days went through artificial intelligence first. And what I found didn't just surprise me. It showed me 3 things about money that nobody had ever explained to me clearly in my entire adult life.
Here's the real problem with personal finance, and I want you to sit with this for a second. It's not that the information doesn't exist. There are thousands of books, videos, apps, and articles about managing money. And yet most people, are still living paycheck to paycheck, not investing or investing wrong. Why? Because knowing something and acting on it are completely different problems. I knew I should track my spending. I didn't. I knew compound interest was powerful. I wasn't using it. I knew my 401k employer match was essentially free money. I wasn't claiming all of it. The gap between knowing and doing is where most people's financial lives fall apart. And here's what I discovered about AI. It doesn't give you more information. It removes every excuse not to act on the information you already have. That's the thing nobody tells you. Let me show you exactly how.
Day 1. I gave the AI every number I had: monthly income, rent, groceries, subscriptions, car payment, phone bill, everything I could remember. Then I typed this exact prompt, and I'm giving you this prompt because it's the most useful thing I found all month. Here is my complete monthly spending. I am years old, earning income. Tell me exactly where I am losing money without realizing it. What my savings rate should be, and what one change would have the biggest impact on my finances right now. What came back wasn't generic advice. It found that I was paying for 11 subscriptions. 11. I thought I had 5. Netflix, Spotify, an old Duolingo premium I never cancelled, a meditation app I opened twice, a cloud storage plan I was paying for and never used because I had another one, a gym membership from a gym in a city I moved out of 8 months ago, $94 a month, $1,128 a year. Gone. But the AI didn't stop there, and this is where it got genuinely useful. It told me something most finance videos don't, that my emergency fund was the wrong size. Most people think 3 to 6 months of expenses is the rule. But the AI pointed out that rule was designed for people in stable salaried employment. If your income has any variation, freelance work, commissions, tips, irregular hours, you actually need 6 to 9 months, because your bad month and the economy's bad month tend to happen at the same time. I had 6 weeks saved. I needed 6 months. That wasn't a budgeting tip. That was a structural problem I didn't know I had. Week 1 wasn't about cutting lattes. It was about seeing my financial life clearly for the first time. Week 2, I tackled the thing I'd been avoiding the longest: investing. I had $500 sitting in a regular savings account. I knew it should be invested. I'd been about to do something with it for 7 months. I asked the AI this question. Again, copy this prompt. I have $500 to invest. I am with a risk tolerance and a timeline. Before you tell me where to invest it, tell me if there's anything I should do with my existing financial setup first. That second sentence is the one that changed everything. Because the AI came back and said, before you invest a single dollar anywhere, check if you're getting your full employer 401k match. I thought I was. I was contributing 3%. My employer matched up to 5%. I had been leaving 2%. Free money. Not deducted from my paycheck. Just handed to me by my employer. Sitting on the table for 2 years. Let me show you the math on what that actually costs. Because this is the number I want you to remember from this video. 2% of a $55,000 salary is $1,100 per year in employer contributions I was forfeiting. Over 2 years, that's $2,200 in cash I left behind. But it's actually worse than that. Because that money would have been invested and growing. At 7% average market returns, that $2,200 would be worth around $4,100 by the time I retire. I gave away $4,100 in future wealth because I set my 401k contribution once and forgot about it. The fix took 4 minutes online. Literally, I logged in, moved the slider from 3% to 5%, saved. Done. The most expensive financial mistakes are not the dramatic ones. They're the boring ones you set once and never revisit. After that, the AI helped me split the $500. $300 into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund, and $200 into a high-yield savings account to build my emergency fund faster. Not exciting. Exactly right. Okay. Week 3. I want to be honest here. I asked the AI something harder. I have $200 freed up from cancelled subscriptions. My student loan interest rate is 6.5%. Should I put the $200 toward the loan or invest it? Mathematically, the answer is straightforward. If you can reasonably expect the stock market to return 7 to 10% annually, and your loan costs 6.5%, the math says invest. The extra return beats the interest saved. The AI gave me that answer, and it was correct. But here's what the AI cannot do. And this is something every financial app, every algorithm, and every robo-advisor quietly ignores. It cannot measure the cost of financial anxiety. I couldn't sleep properly with that loan balance sitting there. Every month I saw that number, I made slightly worse decisions because I was operating from a background state of stress. Studies on cognitive load show that financial anxiety actually reduces your effective IQ by around 13 points. Not permanently, but situationally. Stress about money makes you worse at making money decisions. So for me, the psychologically right answer was to split it. $100 to the loan, $100 to invest. The math said invest everything. My mental health said pay the loan. The right answer for my life was somewhere in the middle. Here's the lesson. AI is extraordinary at telling you what the numbers say. You still have to tell the AI what you can live with. The most useful thing you can do is give the AI your actual constraints, not just your financial ones. Tell it, I am stressed about this debt and it affects my daily life. Factor that in. A good AI tool will adjust its recommendation when you do that. The best financial plan is not the mathematically optimal one. It's the one you will actually stick to. Week 4. The final accounting. Real numbers. Subscriptions cancelled. $94 per month recovered. Annual value, $1,128. 401k match corrected. $92 per month in additional employer contributions. Emergency fund progress. Added $150 toward a proper 6-month buffer. Investment started. $300 into an index fund. Small start, but the account is open and the habit is set. Total monthly financial improvement, $186 per month. Annualized, $2,232 more in my favor per year. And that's before investment growth. None of that required expertise. None of it required a financial advisor. It required about 4 hours of honest conversation with an AI, and the willingness to actually act on what it showed me. Now, here is exactly what I want you to do after this video. 3 steps in this order. Step 1. Open ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. Type this prompt word for word. I want to audit my finances. Ask me questions one at a time about my income, spending, savings, and investments. After each answer I give you, tell me if you see a problem before asking the next question. This takes 20 minutes and will find something. Step 2. Log into your employer's HR portal this week and confirm you are receiving your full 401k match. If you're not, fix it immediately. This is the single highest ROI action most people under 40 can take. Step 3. Check your bank or credit card statement from last month. Highlight every subscription. Cancel any you haven't used in the last 30 days. These 3 things. This week. Not someday. I want to tell you what this experiment actually proved. And it's not that AI is magic. It's that most of us are not failing at money because we lack intelligence. We're failing because we lack a system that holds us accountable to what we already know. That's what AI does. It's not smarter than you. It doesn't have better values than you. It just doesn't get tired of the question. It doesn't judge you for the gym membership you forgot. It doesn't get distracted. It just runs the numbers, shows you the gap, and asks what you want to do about it. The $186 per month I gained this month wasn't from some complicated strategy. It was from doing things I already knew I should do, but kept postponing. The most expensive thing in personal finance is not a bad investment. It's inaction on the right actions. Use these tools. Do the audit. Fix the 401k. Cancel the subscriptions. And if you want to see exactly which AI tools are best for personal finance, head-to-head test, real questions, real answers. That video is next. Subscribe so you don't miss it. This video is for educational purposes only. Nothing here constitutes financial advice. Consult a qualified financial professional before making investment decisions.